I recently had the pleasure of fishing with my family in Lake Erie. This is different from my fishing on the Gulf Coast, but Lake Erie holds all of the best northern fish species, and it has fish in abundance. On this side of Lake Erie, the water is clear and a beautiful turquoise color. We fished in 70 to 80 feet of water and did that by trolling 6 rods at a time. The fish we targeted were suspended at about 40 to 60 feet.
I broke it.
We trolled with bait casting reels, a mixture of Abu Garcia and Okuma, but the one thing in common was that they all had line counters on them. In order to get our lures down to 40 to 50 foot deep, we had to use special devices. And these devices are tied to the main line, and then there's a leader off the back of the device about 6 foot long, and to that you tie your lure. The 2 devices that we used the most was the True Trip Deep Diver and the Dipsy Diver. Now these devices have 2 modes of operation. One is a diving mode and one is a retrieve mode. And in either case you need to start the device in the diving mode, and that's either with a clip or a magnet. And then when you get a fish on it, you give it a big jerk, it will disconnect the magnet or the clip, and the device will be into the retrieve mode, and then you can reel in your fish without fighting the diving action.
So is this a shock? This is a shock cable, huh?
Shock collar, yeah.
Shock collar.
The True Trip device dives straight down, so we use those off the back of the boat. And then for the side of the boat, we use Dipsy divers because they can be adjusted to run left or right away from the rod tip. And that's great for the sides of the boat. In this case, we mounted the side poles up at the bow, and they could run out there without tangling with the rear rods.
This thing is a 1/4 inch from my hand.
What?
This bird.
Oh, jump, it's brushing on you.
Now it's touching me.
Both types of devices can run at various depths depending on the amount of line that goes out, the speed of the boat, the weight of the lure.
If you put out 100 foot of line, you get 48 feet of depth.
I'm always looking for new techniques to add to my own tackle box or method of fishing, but I think these diving devices are probably overkill for trestle trolling in Lake Pontchartrain. However, we did use a simpler device, which is a line clip to which we attach sinkers in the 1 to 2 ounce weight size, and that will get us down 15 to 25 feet. But I could see using a line clip on the main line that has a light jig head with a swim bait attached to it, and then trolling that down at 8 to 10 feet along the trestles. I think that would be a very reliable way to get that light bait down where the fish are. Most of the baits that we trolled were hard baits that are shallow diving floater types.
Is this one of these custom paint jobs?
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, it is.
Where are you buying these?
At the bait shop. You can order them online.
We also fish spoons, and in fact this color combo in this type of spoon was the most effective bait. The third type of bait that we trolled was the worm harness, and this is something I grew up drift fishing, but it does catch fish trolling. Our target fish was walleye. This is an excellent eating cold water fish.
Chunky, do you want a picture with your game?
And in addition to walleye, we caught a number of other game fish species.
I'll get him up to the... Wow!
What? Oh,
A perch! It's kind of a nice one though. Big perch. Wow, these things have sharp gill plates. Ow.
we're definitely getting some perch. Well, I'm sure that's big enough. I'm not guaranteed it.
There you go. What is it?
Where?
It's coming in. Here it comes.
Come on, get ready, bro. Get it up. Get the white back. A white bass.
Nice.
He's really sharp. When we put him in, you can take a
Can you
picture.
grab his mouth?
Yeah.
There we go. Mean and mad. Jerking like crazy. Oh, did you see this thing jerk?
The prize catch for the day was this one.
I wonder if it is a steelhead because it's not like any of the fish we've been catching.
Kind of high too.
They're coming up. You guys ready?
Keep him in the water. Keep your rod down. Keep your rod tip down. Keep your rod down. There it is. Keep reeling. Keep reeling. Keep your rod tip down, right? So he can't come up. You got to feel it coming. There you go. Keep going. Come on. Keep going. Yeah, there you go. You got it. There you go.
Woo!
That's one of the
Steelhead, man.
Steelhead. Hey. There you go. I'll make a good picture for him.
I have caught steelhead in the winter or early spring in rivers using fly equipment, but I've never caught one or seen one in the summertime, so this was a special catch.
There's a lot of meat in that.
Strong, man. This was not like a. It was not like a walleye at all.
You're trout fishing even though you're here, huh?
Yeah, there's my trout. Another kind of trout.
23, maybe.
Yeah, 23 about.
23.
23 inches. So that was a different adventure from my normal one. Hey, hit the subscribe if you want to keep up with what I'm doing, and I definitely hope you can get out and fish.